She's the perfect one to take over Topohunis.
Yeah.
She's been with us for over 20 years.
Wow.
Living with us. She knows everything, all the ins and the outs.
Yeah.
And she has an interest in the children and the staff.
Yeah.
That's why I picked her over some other choices that I do very well.
Yeah.
Her interest in children and the staff.
Yeah.
And her ability, financial ability, and she's honest.
Yeah, for sure.
That was the biggest thing in picking, trying to find somebody honest.
I can imagine. So, can you say something about yourself? When did you arrive in Indonesia?
Yeah, 1966. It was a different Timor then. There was nothing, just one road across the island, only thatch. No telephone service.
Can I maybe put it somewhere up so I don't have to hold it?
Oh, where? Up here?
Can we? I thought.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very soft-spoken language.
They misname it Bacano and Dili, but it's not Bacano. It's, sometimes they say Akusi is Bacano, and the rest of West Timor is Dawan. But Dawan's not the name either. It's metal, and they're not different. It's exactly the same people. The whole one Suku, one tribe. Others say no, the Bacano people are down in the lowlands. Down these people up in the upperlands. And so many people go down to the lowlands, it's all the same now, the same people. Every different area has different pronunciations, like in England, like in America, but it's the same language.
So you came here in 1966 in the island of Timor, or in West Timor or East Timor?
West Timor. Many people in Dili just say Timor, they mean East Timor. When did you come to Timor? I say 1966. They look at me, what do you mean?
Yeah.
I say no, Timor is not only East Timor, it's also West Timor.
And where did you settle in West?
Right over the border in Kepa.
And and did you have an orphanage there, or what were you? Did you have an orphanage?
Oh no, I was a pastor parochi. Pastor parochi.
And when
always in the mountains, always in the mountains.
And when did you decide to come to Kutet?
Well, to come to Ambenu, when the Portuguese left in 1975, the place was empty. Nobody wanted to come to Ambenu, there's nothing here. I volunteered, so I came. But I didn't come here, I was over in Nitib, the western section. Way out in the sticks, I always like that.
So not here?
No, not here.
In another part?
I saw it for the first time in 1975, was to come and visit, but only came in the 1990.
To this place?
Yeah, to this place.
Yeah, and 1990?
1990.
And so before you were another place in Ukusi?
Another place in Ukusi, in the back mountains.
And what made you come here?
You mean Ukusi?
Kutet.
Well, Kutet. I visited the first time, because there was no priest here or anything, and right away it caught my attention. There's something in Kutet. Many people say that there's something here. And the Dili people, before I even came, used to come here, they found inspiration here. They said there's something here in the mountains, the spirits. I found that too. It has a drawing power.
A drawing power?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, it just draws you to it. Maybe you haven't experienced it yet. Maybe you haven't experienced it yet.
No, I don't know what you mean by double joint power. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, it has a special power, special drawing power. It draws you to it. It has a special appeal. Even today, special appeal, the mountains, the people. And there's a certain aura, they call a certain aura in Kutet. The Dili people say that too.
So, so you came here in 1990 to Kutet.
Yeah, but I had seen it before that. To stay in Kutet, 1990. Our first house is right up there. You passed it. Did you just come by car or motorcycle?
I came by car.
You just passed it. It's all burnt down in 1999. That was our first place.
And so you were attracted to it because it it was the beauty of the mountains and
Yeah, the beauty and everything. It's hard for people to say just what it was. Everybody, most people there were attracted, but they can't say what it is.
it's something magical or
Yeah, magical. I don't know if you would use that word magical. Some things just joy, some people just joy, some places joy. Enjoying power is different in some places than others. But I never saw a place in Timor, and I've been all over a lot of places by foot. Never saw a place like Phuket.
and then you decided to stay here.
Oh yeah, well, I came here to sort of semi-retire and open up a place like this.
To open up a place like
Open
this.
up a place like this because there's nothing here before. Supposed to be like a retreat center. But nobody gave me any money, so I had to go very slowly.
But you are from the SVD, yeah, the
SVD.
SVD. And did they ask you to set it up? Did
No, they came
SVD?
from Rome. They said you could come here, set up something, and do something. So now you're older, you're a foreign priest. I would like foreign priests to get out of parish work and do something else, so local priests can take over. That was the thing behind it.
I don't get it. So you were sent here. You were sent to Phuket? No,
Yes, I
Yes.
was given permission to come here.
to give it by Rome.
Yeah. So
By Rome, by
yeah,
Rome, by the
Rome.
Vatican.
So I could get out of the parish, hand it over to a local, and come here and do something else.
And so you started here in 1990. And what did you establish first?
We were down at the church first in a grass shack. Then we built this house here. And kids started coming. Well, kids were always with me since 1966. They're
Always with you?
Yeah, that's when we started. And but not too many. But when we got here, they started coming a lot since we were firmly established. So my dream of a retreat house it sort of disappeared. You can hard, you can-
Sorry, a
my
retreat?
dream of a retreat house sort of disappeared.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You can hardly turn down people. I never could turn down people.
So
But now I'm getting it now.
So instead of a retreat home, you established a shelter.
It seemed to establish itself. It started completely inorganic. The way it started in 1966, I was in a parish. There was a school. I didn't know any local language at all. There was one kid in the school, just like a living skeleton. I asked the cook, "Who's that over there?" He said, "Oh, his father went to jail for murder and his mother can't feed him." I said, "Oh, tell him if he stay after school to eat, they have something to eat in the back." And he did. He came. All of a sudden they saw him in the afternoon, in the morning, in the evening. I asked the cook about him. He said, "Oh, he said he's staying." And I went out to visit, came back, I found two, another kid with no family. And the cook said, "Oh, he said he's staying too." I said, "Oh, well, he's staying in the back with the cook." And that went 3 or 4 or 5, and I just kept building up very, very slowly since then. And once they came, they didn't leave.
And so it started already in West Timor, and then yeah,
1966.
and then you came here in 1990. You wanted a retreat place,
Yeah.
but that didn't happen.
But they came.
But children came.
They came to Nitib, and they came here.
They came.
And they
What?
came from I was in Nitib on the western side, and they came here. Who can turn them down? So we just built up.
Yeah.
Built up.
Yeah.
Completely unplanned from year to year.
So completely unplanned.
Ah,
So, what did the first building look like?
what it looked like was right over there. There was one building, then we started to build 2 more, and 3 more, but then 1999 came and they burned it down. Well, this was famous then, the revolutionary Cheo Nerte, they came up here, they opened up the first, what do you call it, government of East Timor, local government. It went for 2 weeks, they were right over there, they had an office and everything. and guards, and many people came up. There were hundreds and hundreds.
Here in
Yeah.
Kutete.
Yeah, they had to escape all the killing and burning down below.
So in 19 but if I may do so, you established in 1990 the shelter.
Yeah.
It grew by itself in a
itself.
way. You got donors helping you,
Oh yeah, got donors.
and
How are we going to live without donors?
and they and you were and what was the shelter for?
It was for anybody who wanted it. Anybody.
The shelter was for?
For anybody who wanted it. And it wound up, it was for children and women. The women here, we have no staff. They're women looking for shelter, and they just stayed. And the work that they do, they got into that themselves. And they changed positions themselves. Their hours of work and everything else, they take care of that among themselves. When somebody wants to go on vacation, he arranges it with the other one.
So it arranged itself.
The ring has arranged itself.
And the women who were staff, they were looking for shelter themselves.
Looking for shelter. That's why they came and stayed. Well, down below, many stayed. They needed temporary shelter. And they were standing when they were on their own, especially young people. Then they went out again. And out and left, and they married or got work.
So how many children did pass over the years?
Oh, I never counted. We never. I did keep statistics. We didn't have the money for as secretaries. We weren't out in the city. Yeah, hundreds and hundreds. We once had 120 here, but it was too many. We couldn't handle it. About we set up for about 30, about 60, 30, down below 30.
What did you set up? Sorry.
We set up above for 30. In the house up above.
Mm-hmm.
We set up where the range is 30 can stay there, 30 down below. But we have more now, we always did have more. So it's always a bit overcrowded.
And what did your shelter provide?
Everything, we were different. There's 3 classes of shelters. It doesn't refer to quality, but just the way you run it. The first class, you come and pay everything, and it's just a little bit of ceramic. The second class, you come, every evening you go home, but you still pay something to stay. The first class, ours, you stay, and you pay nothing. Everything is the shelter home provides. Everything. You see how we've done.
Has to be closer to you.
This rain should stop. It's not going to keep going on. The rain's going to stop in maybe 10 minutes or so.
Yeah. It stops already. It goes up and up. Can you slow down a little bit with the talking? You speak very fast. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
can slow down a little bit.
Yeah. So you had a first class, and then people had to pay for that.
No, first class, that means nobody pays anything.
Oh.
There's nothing to do with quality, just the way you do things. Yeah, everything is provided by the home.
And for how old are the children?
We have no rules, actually. We've had 6 months old, but they came with their mothers, also seeking shelter. And if they're too little, they usually come with their mothers, or we don't take them. But there's no age limit. And when they leave, they leave. Anybody who leaves can always come back again.
I will do it differently because I think we cannot hear you very well. And that makes it. I will do it like this. I will write and keep it up at the same time. So you say you had no rules, basically.
We're different. We call ourselves a village within a village because we started not from up above or some European concept. We started from the grassroots of the people. And the whole thing behind this is connecting these people or followers rather than leaders. Now, you can't do that nowadays. Other tribes will just take over everything. And the way we look about it is because of the very strictness of hierarchy in the home. You're this, you're that, and you can never rise above. And your uncles all have, the women especially, have complete control over you. They even can arrange your marriages. Now, they can take anything they want from you, they can order anything from you. Now, so the women have almost no rights traditionally at all. So we stayed up in the mountains, we're going to fight against that, they're going to come here. They're going to play and play instead of work. Play creatively. Whoever plays creatively, whoever plays creatively, when they're older and grown up, they won't play anymore. They'll work, but they're used to working creatively, and they work creatively. They just don't follow. That's our whole philosophy. And freedom. Every little thing they do, we give them something, so they're just not, anybody can use them and ask them to do anything and they have to follow. Now that thing will eventually have an effect. Now when the Japanese were here in 2000, they say these kids are going to become local leaders because they're very independent. They're quite different from other kids. No, like I said, it will eventually stop. This whole Tokohoni's complex in Mahaka, the whole Tokohoni's complex in Mahaka in Phuket was built by somebody who never went to school, couldn't read or write. And this, who built this is, he went to 4th grade. But the people here are very good with practical intellect, very good. Their hands, some people say the brains are also in their hands. If somebody else couldn't, suit their tribe, couldn't figure out, they can always find a way to do something.
And so you set up this shelter with different classes?
What do you mean classes?
Oh, I thought you said class, first class?
Oh no, that was the different types of shelter homes in Timor-Leste. The social officers, 3rd class, most of them. 2nd class, 1st class, not many.
But you didn't have that?
Yes, we had the 1st class. We provide that the shelter home provides everything. The members don't provide anything.
So the children and women, they're coming here, they stay here, they live here, they play, they eat, they get food.
Food. And they look for their own firewood.
Sorry?
They look for their own firewood.
Look for their own firewood.
You have to look for the firewood in the hills.
And do the children go to school?
Oh yeah, you have to go to school up in here. Yeah, that's an euphemism. The teachers seldom come. But now this crisis, the financial crisis in Timor-Leste, the corner teachers that are not full teachers yet, and months and months they haven't gotten their wages, so they've all just don't come anymore. So since Christmas there's been no school for the lower classes.
And why not? Why not?
No teachers come.
No teachers are coming. And why? And why?
They're not getting paid.
Okay. So you've set up this place. I think a lot of donors helped you with this.
Oh yeah.
So did it expand over the years?
Oh yeah, very slowly and surely. What you see now is a process of 20 years or more, very slowly.
So the place where I will go after this, that is Topelhoorn, is where you built it?
Oh, you've never been up there?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Not yet.
Oh.
Because we passed by first
Oh,
here.
yeah, this is first.
Yeah.
Most people don't know this place, they go up. Oh, yeah, that was the original and the first, and that's still the center. To make things difficult, we found out we're the only place in all of Indonesia that are in the mountains. All other places are in the city. So that has disadvantages. We can't hire specialists or give special courses, the money, wherever they stay, the transportation, you saw the road. So we're disadvantaged by our being up in the mountains, but that's just the people that need us.
And what is your role?
Then, well, I was ahead, but not anymore. When I hit 81, I stepped down.
So you were the head, and as a head, what did you do?
Well, most of the time I was looking for money. I was in shopping in Kefa, Atambua, Dili for office work, and I also visited chapels around also, that was extra. And we're home now and then, especially toward the end, we weren't home that often.
So you were not often here?
No, I looked upon myself always as an uncle rather than a father.
Oh, but
A provider.
so you were not so often here in this place?
No, I was out as much as I was in, maybe even more.
And when you were old, you were out. You were where?
Over the border. Over the border. We have our bank over the border in Indonesian, and we do all our shopping there, which is complicated. We're working in two monetary systems. But,
You don't take it out.
we can pay them.
Sorry. Would you mind saying that again? What your tasks were? Were you often here at the shelter?
More or less, I was out as much as I was here. It was mainly to see that there was enough food, clothes, that everything was fixed, anything broken, find somebody to fix it and pay them. Take care of the car, and all these little things that keep the thing running. And the thing ran, that was a staff that ran it. But they had to have everything, so they were free, with the kids.
And what did the staff? How did so the children? They were basically, this was their home.
But this is, they look at it, even when they leave, they come back, they look at it as their home. The only home they knew,
And-
even now.
And what do they do in their home?
Oh, and you hear the background of some of the kids, some of the stories, and how they came here. Each one has a story. Very often the father runs away, and the mother can't support them, or the mother also runs off and gets married, or they're beaten, or they're completely neglected, or they're sent off to the family system, but they're treated like second-class citizens, and one run here, one ran here, lost the way, ran back, got beaten, decided to try again, ran here and came here. Others, they were over the border as refugees, and they came back and slept in the bush, and went to one house, no parents, and finally heard Topelhoorn, so they all came here. Others, the father didn't know what was wrong, they said them, they all came here and just hid under the bed when the father came. All kinds of things. They wouldn't believe what can go on in the homes.
And women also were often, the women, they were also people that ran away.
Well, they're almost all widows.
Almost all widows.
They ran away, they're running, I think there's only 2 or 3, their husband crazy, threatened to kill them with the kids and everyone else. And they went out to the hole in the wall at night, ran to some neighbor, and they knew somebody here, and he brought them to Topelhoorn, he's been there ever since.
And so you say that the place ran itself by itself. There were not many rules.
No, our principle is that let people be free. They know how to use freedom here. Maybe in the city they won't. That they do their own thing. So that they be used to doing that when they get older. And of course they live together. They'll be able to live together with other people. But they'll become leaders because of that. We're hoping.
And what kind of freedom did they have?
You get up in the morning, there's no bell. You get up and you get up. Well, most of them will get up about the same time. At night, you have a short night prayers and you're free, just don't make noise. There's no time for eating. When the food's ready, they call the bells. And the kids, they're very up and study. They find their own time for study. You don't have to have a study time. They have their own time for looking for firewood and their own time for playing. They do it themselves. Even the younger ones, they get used to it.
And did they have to go to school?
Oh yeah, they have to. They have to.
So you had teachers up?
I said there were youth committees for school. The teachers seldom come. Just one example, in 1999 we went over the border as refugees, and the second day over the border I put them in a local school. 1 week later they all ran home and quit. The kids over there were laughing at them. Our kids, 3rd grade, couldn't even write their name, couldn't tell time because the teachers never came. But the teachers over the border always come, always come. So they lost a whole year of school then, 1999, 2000. And after that, there was almost no school. Teachers seldom came.
And how was your relationship with the resistance, the Valentil, Fretilin, CNRT?
Pretty close.
Can you say something about that? Who do you know? Who did you meet?
Oh, I knew the whole the chair of the State Council, Revolutionary Council, and before and mostly afterwards, many of the Valentil. In fact, the leaders, got to know them afterwards, and a few before that. And yeah, we were involved up here because the chair of the State came up, opened up a government here. And yes, and that's we were involved. They had to eat, they had to sleep. Refugees were coming, they had to be fed, we had to find places for them, we had to have guards, we had to put them on guard duty.
So that was 99.
That was 1999.
So your relationship with the resistance started in 99?
Yeah.
Not before?
No, not before.
Because it was far from Timor-Leste.
Oh, yeah.
So who paid you a visit? Who of the leaders have visited you?
No leaders, but other people. I got to know the leaders afterwards.
But in recent...
Afterwards, after 1999, when everything was over.
Yeah. And your place was, the militia came here and they burned down everything.
Oh, there were no Valentil or anything here at that time. They were all just the locals.
They just took revenge.
Oh yes.
The militia.
They just took revenge all over Ambenu and all over Timor-Leste. Even people that were pro-Indonesian, they burnt their houses too. Just they ran amok.
So this, yeah, this, and a friend told me that you had a portrait of Shanana here. A portrait of Shanana?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Maybe somebody else did it. They had it maybe by themselves. I never remember that.
Which of the resistance leaders, did you write the letter for Lafu, this boy?
Everybody says I did, but I didn't. We were talking about that. They said we have to find the chair Nirate. We have to find somebody to go to Dili and tell them that they think that we're all pro-Indonesian here and that there's nothing happening here. And we said, yeah, we have to find somebody. And that's it. All of a sudden, the first attack came. We couldn't get through. So the chair Nirate ran to the mountains with Lafu, and right away, one of them, they wrote the letter, gave it to Lafu, and he took it.
So it was one of the teachers?
No, it was one of the chair Nirate, I think, or somebody.
To who? What of them?
The chair Nirate, the local resistance.
Okay.
One of them wrote the letter, he put it in his sandal, and then dressed himself up like a militia. He was only about 14 years old, and worked his way to Atambua looking for his brother who was lost. And he was all the way to Atambua, and they went all the way down to the coast. He was walking along the coast with his slingshot, shooting at them and smoking. Saw somebody, says, I'm looking for him. He gave a description of his brother. As soon as he came to the border, he right away ran over the border, hid under a culvert. Now, a patrol from Australia came in. He jumped out. He thought he was a militia, and they captured him and took him to their place. He said, wait a minute. He took his shoe, opened it up. They read the letter. Then right away they took him in a helicopter, took him to Dili. 2 days later, the Australian army came to Ikusi.
I say,
He was brave. He could have got killed on the way, and they wouldn't have come. Because the head of the Australian intelligence here in Akusi, when he was still in Adili, he wrote a letter that Mbene was indefensible. That was very defensible.
and afterwards, which leaders came to visit you? Tau Matanruak, I heard he came.
Yeah, I know him well.
Yeah, you know him well. How many times did he come and
A
visit
couple
you?
times.
Alone or?
Oh no, with the cortege. He was president then, and running for prime minister, whatever it is. Dada Mahata, up here, several times.
Several times.
Yeah, with his, I got to know a lot of his other people too, who were with him.
And I heard that some of his bodyguards come from Kutet.
Oh yeah, my staff, 2 staff, especially one. He was one of the main guards of Tau Matanruak as a president. He was on a team that guard every person has his guards. And he was, right away, Tau Matanruak, he knew me from Callisto, that was his name. And right away he was inducted into the army, and he became a soldier, still is a soldier.
And other leaders that we know of, names?
No other ones came.
So Tau Matanruak is the main.
There's the main one, and some other people, yeah, they were important in that until they came. Afterwards, I got to know them in Dili, yeah, especially in Dili, got to know them.
And so last year, suddenly you were taken to Dili.
Yes.
What happened?
I had 20 years, I hadn't had a vacation. My last vacation was 1980. So that was almost 30 years. So this was a time, stayed there for 6 months. I needed the vacation. I made it like a retreat. Oh, in 1990, I had a vacation, but it wasn't to the States. It was in Java. I made a long retreat there. So I made it in Dili.
So you went for retreat?
Yeah, I went to retreat.
And wasn't there an accusation against you?
I don't know that.
You don't know?
I don't know anything about that.
But you were first, I think, weren't you taken to the police in Ukusi?
No. Somebody else is dreaming about that.
I think.
I had a nice time in Akusi. Akusi. I had a nice time in Dili.
But I think there was an investigation against you.
It probably was, but who would know about it if I didn't know about it?
You didn't know about it?
No.
You weren't told?
No. I was told very little. I asked very little. Because I was older, I didn't go out very much. I was busy. I'm making retreat. Didn't go much at all.
And in April, I think you met some donors in Dili.
Wait a minute.
Tony Hamilton.
Oh yeah, April. Was it April? I guess it was April. He was one of our donors.
But I
forget his wife's name, but he was one of our donors.
But I think he told you what the accusation was.
He may have. That's when you're talking to Tony. He drinks a lot of wine. He's a little tipsy sometimes.
So, and then while these investigations were going on against you, you decided in August to leave.
Well, I was there 6 months. I decided at the beginning I'd be here 6 months. It's time to leave and go back. So we just said goodbye and went back.
And you resigned from the SVD.
Oh yeah, I resigned. It's this way. For 2 years they've been bothering. They want their hands on Topohonis. They think there's money. They think we have millions of rupees in the bank. And we use some of our Topohonis. Nothing. We get money, go to the bank, take out everything, and use it for Topohonis, and it's never enough. So to stop that, there's a good chance to stop that. So I wrote a letter resigning from the SVD. So now they have no foothold in Topohonis. I'm not their member anymore. Well, it's a small thing for me. It's a formal thing inside with your SVD friends. You're always in SVD. But now they have no formal legal, what do you call it? Legal foothold in Topohonis.
And weren't you taken to the police in Dili?
Oh, I don't remember that. I was too busy with other things.
But I think you were taken to the police in Dili.
Oh, maybe. I can't remember that. I had a very busy reading program because I haven't done any reading for 30 years. So I read and read and read. Yeah, one type of book, naturally.
And then I think the SVD in Rome took a decision with regard to you.
I would know that. Everything went through our head, who wasn't very communicative.
And who's your head?
He was, Father John, I forget his other name, Father John. He was the head in there. He's from Florida somewhere.
So he didn't inform you?
No,
So there were allegations against you, but you didn't know what it was about.
no, I didn't know what it was about. He heard rumors of this and that.
So what were the rumors?
I never fussed about rumors or anything else.
I think that...
I was never one to worry about what people thought of me or what rumors went around. Like there were always rumors around that I was out with the women, out with the women, out with the women. I never paid any attention to any of them.
I think this was not about women, but about children.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it was about women. It would also be about children. There's probably a lot of other ones too. But you have to be thick-skinned when you hear rumors. And the best way to kill a rumor just is to pay no attention to it if it's a rumor. What's the matter?
Then the Vatican decided that to take away, to laicize you, as they call it, to take away your rights as a priest.
Well, the Vatican, they're good guys. They always do what they think is right. And they do a good job. The bishop, everybody does a good job. I think I do a good job too. So rules are rules, but no, people are people.
What do you mean by that?
Rules are not people and people are not rules. You can't go any deeper than that.
Can you explain this to me?
No, it's not necessary to explain it. I couldn't.
So basically you were taking away the rights of a priest,
Maybe. Nothing is clear.
but you signed.
Oh, you sign anything? You can't read it. It's in
But I-
paper.
No, it's in English.
I didn't read it much.
You just signed just like that.
I never read documents. I just sign them.
Anything.
Anything. I never got stuck with anything. I said, oh, this is probably some... She said it was thick like this. Oh, this is probably legal stuff. And just signed it.
So you're not aware that the allegations are that you sexually abused children?
Oh, of course not. Not aware of it. If I was aware of it, I wouldn't be here.
And
Where would I be?
yeah, where would you be? And well, these were the accusations, but did you, when you were in Topohonis, did children sleep not far from you?
No, they had their own place. I had my own place.
So children never came to in the night to sleep in your bed?
Oh, never. Who said that? You wanted a good night's sleep. How can you sleep with a kid in your bed?
So never children slept in your bed?
Never.
And how would you qualify reports that you slept with children? Or
I
had,
wouldn't qualify them.
or had,
And that's just no comment on anything.
sorry?
Just no comment, that's all. Why qualify something?
You have no comment.
No comment.
And why,
I just made the comment.
and why no comment?
Oh, no why, just no comment.
So would you deny those allegations?
Oh, no comment.
But you don't deny them?
No comment.
Why wouldn't you comment?
Well, the allegations that I'm always sleeping around with the women, local women, I never deny, never affirm, I just no comment.
And sexual abuse of children?
No comment.
as I'm aware, you said something different to Tony Hamilton.
What did I say to Tony Hamilton?
You said something very different to him.
He was probably drinking too much wine. He misinterpreted or whatever I said.
Probably he was not alone.
He what?
He was not alone there.
No.
There was another one.
Yeah, and they heard the same thing.
Yes.
They're probably both the same. In the same state. He probably asked something, I answered it in a totally different way, misunderstood him or what. Because I don't know, I can't remember anything of what I said, or what he said. Lenin, Nakimikata. We always speak Meto here. Oh. Each one has a story.
If you would admit, what would that mean?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't the slightest idea. The world of should and would, I never bothered with. It could be, it should have been. It never means much to me.
So you never touched children?
That's my business, not yours. What are you asking those questions for?
Because I think that's the allegations.
No, well, that's the allegations. Ever since I've been here, there's rumors. I never pay attention to them. No, quit right now. That's enough. Goodbye.
So, can you, because it stopped raining now, can you tell me what is so beautiful about this place?
Well, we've talked about that, but nobody can figure it out. It's a number of things, not one thing. Why does it attract so many people? But about the kids we were going to talk about, a number of years ago, this little Lopo, he was playing these rubber bands, and he lost and lost and lost. And he had a Charlie Brown expression on his face. He said, I'm leaving this stump. He went and packed up all his stuff and walked out. Met somebody else, played, won. Met somebody else, played and won. Met somebody else, played and won. Oh, good day. He laughed, came back, put all the stuff back together, went out and played. The staff, we were laughing and laughing. He was only about 7 or 8.
So, can you? What is you're a priest here?
Oh yeah.
And what does that mean to be a priest here?
In Timor, yeah. Why should it be different than any place else? A teacher, a giver of the sacraments. But we had 2 girls, to get back to the children.
No, I would like. No, can you tell me what is the position of a priest? Because I've been speaking to anthropologists who tell me that actually a priest in Timor actually is not like a priest in the Netherlands. It has more powers attached, magical powers.
Well, they told me that a local priest, and they respect other priests too. They have high respect. That doesn't mean they like you, but always respect. And they always give respect, so yeah, you could misuse that. Very easy to misuse that to becoming imperious. And some do become imperial. But you have to be careful about that. So you work together with the people. You don't never use the word order. Always ask, and always talk together about things. We always did that. That's why I got along so well here for 50 years. Always in the mountains.
So a priest is respected?
Oh yeah.
And can you say something about, because I heard from an anthropologist that some lulic powers are attached to that of the priest. As you are really a cultural expert. Can you say something about that?
Yes, I can. When you're reading anthropologists, sometimes they don't distinguish between the many different sukus that you have on Timor, and even this big Meto suku is composed of other sukus. And I'm reading the ancient history of Timor. They often don't say what is what, suku is what. But when they say anything, which sukha are they talking about? Now here, I never came across anybody thinking a priest had magical powers at all. Disrespected. They say when you ask a priest for something and he asks the Lord for you, the Lord is more prone to hear a priest than an ordinary person, so you might get what you ask for. Oh, just that. It's no more than that here.
So here, this whole notion of
Magical powers. I never came across it in this.
sorry, can you say that again?
Oh,
Sorry.
I never came across it in this locality.
That. Sorry, can you say that again about the mystical power? Because, yeah.
Well, that priests have magical powers. I never came across that in this locality. Just what I said a few seconds ago.
So that is somewhere else.
Probably somewhere else. Timor is very different from place to place.
So how are you viewed here?
Just that way. Nothing special. It's just that if you ask for prayers, and he asks to the Lord for you, you have a better chance of getting, not a better chance of getting it than if you ask somewhere else. Just like that. And very many people bring candles here and ask for prayers. Because of that belief.
And many academics passed by here. I think passed by and spoke to you, and journalists.
Yeah, they do, but not that many. 1 or 2 a year.
I see a lot of books, but thanking you, thanking Father Dashba for.
Yeah, but this is written over the years. Come here once a year, a couple of years, gathering material, and not too many. When we're together, we like to talk about the adat and culture and the history. Talk about that. Very difficult to talk about the culture. It's so different from place to place. Everything is unwritten, and the stories vie with each other.
And what is special about the culture in Kuteti?
When the old bishop was here in 2001, he made the rounds of all of East Timor. He said in East Timor, there's only 2 places that are completely traditional. One somewhere in East Timor on the other side, and the other one is the back mountains of Kutet right here, very traditional. They could talk about tradition. They remember all the old stories about the old folks and the history of Timor, other people have forgotten about. And they're very strong in the adat, with all their adat ceremonies, and their the stone, the water, and the tree. Those 2 big things. And the ancestors live there, and I propitiate them. They propitiate, that's not really wrong, right, to talk to them. These added sacrifices, that's the wrong term. The people here don't know the word, what sacrifice means. You kill a pig and an ancestor rock who guards the big rock. Now, when you kill a pig and put the blood on the rock, that opens the door to the ancestor. Oh, somebody wants to talk to me. And you said, will you talk to the rock and tell him we're coming? He says, all right. Yeah, he does it. He says that. Then you go to the rock and you kill the rock, and for the rock, you kill a pig and you put there, then the rock is now listening. We can talk and talk and talk. And the rock will answer, and the pig's liver will read it, what the rock will say. But it's really, at the rock, it's really spirits. It's really spirits.
So it's a very spiritual place here.
In the Western term, yeah, it's a very spirit place.
Spirit place.
They don't make the distinction between spirit and civil. Everything is just one. That's very nice. And these sacrifices, these things, it's an all-day picnic. Everybody is put together, then you're put together with the ancestors in the past, and you have a meal together. So it's very nice.
So for you, you're a Catholic priest, but you came to appreciate local culture.
Yeah.
And did you mix it with your priesthood?
You can use it very much. You tell the people like this, well, to talk about that, when the kingly system came here, the people like to say, the adat and the fathers here, received them in their lap. That means they gave them their land and their wives and their loyalty. And so it's a win-win situation. The people look down to their lords, and the lords look up to their subjects. And we say it's the same way with the church. The church came here, the abbot received it in its lap. Now the abbot looks down to the church, but the church looks down to the church as its superior. The church looks up to the abbot as its subject, and they get along very good that way. So, like on these big feasts, the local priests, they come and they sit right around the altar. And often these big rock ceremonies, I bring the main pig, and I always do the talking also, a lot of talking. It's Adat language, it's ancient language, it's high classical metal. You have to talk in high classical metal. And yeah, the thing is you ask for harvest. Everything is asking for food, asking for the harvest. And you talk about the rocks and the trees and the rains and everything. You have a nice conversation with the Adat. And there's hardly anything that would be untoward in it.
So you speak fluent the language?
Yeah, I speak it. So it's very nice, the Adat. Now the Adat has a lot of fear. Yes, this spirit will be bad, this earth spirit will be bad, the earth spirit will be mad. There's a lot of that. But these big things, these big Adat ceremonies, you don't have that at all.
So the Adat has a lot of, what did you say? The Adat has a lot of fear that you...
Yeah, the local people are afraid of this, afraid of this, afraid of this. You have to do this, you have to do this. And you have to appease the earth spirits, or the ancestor. An ancestor didn't like something and he made me sick. That's an ancestor, and have to kill a chicken and ask forgiveness or something. A lot of that.
But then this fear doesn't apply at all to the Catholic Church?
Well, they're Catholics, but they're also animists. Both. You can't erase that.
So would there be fear towards the church or the priest?
Oh yeah, quite fear. You can't just change people over tens of thousands of years. They very slowly, yeah. But there are some people in the cities, it's only Catholicism.
But no, I'm talking here. I mean, is there here, would people here in Ukusi, where it's so traditional, would they have fear for a priest as well? Because they fear so much.
I don't know if it's fear. I don't see fear so much. When you go around to the visits, there's hardly much fear of the people you know.
What is it?
I never came across fear, real fear.
But you're a powerful man.
Well, how would anybody know? I never exercise it. The secret of power, don't exercise it. So all that's behind, all that's over. Now it's pension. How many? I'm 82. Don't know how long I have. Not too long. This is the best way to spend the last years.
So what are you doing?
Nothing. Nothing. Something I always wanted to do. Actually, there's the breviary, the office, the mass, just the sitting quietly, making one with divinity, with the people, with nature around it. You're bonded to all three of them.
So you're still quite busy?
Well, that wouldn't really be busy. I can call that busy. Just taking care of things here, little things. Keeps you busy, keeps you moving. You're never lonely. I was never lonely for 1 minute on Timor. You can't. Like close knitness of everything.